Hello and welcome to Point of View. Today I'm driving a 2006 Peugeot 207 with a 1.4 liter 65 kilowatt engine, and it's awful. It's just terrible. This car has a 183,000 kilometers on it, and you can really feel it. The clutch feels like it's set in stone. It's really hard to operate. The car really needs attention. You can't simply drive it. It's not an easy car to drive. Really silly feature about this car, it is a two-door version. That means you have two extra large doors. The engine on this car is poor. There is no power at all. It just won't go. It's fourth gear, full throttle, and it just will not move. It's easy to stay in the limits of the law with this car. You just simply cannot exceed the speed limit. The steering wheel and all the interior feels plasticky. The steering wheel, I don't know what material is this, some sort of plastic, but it's awful. Some good features on this car. I guess I like the headrest. It's a really soft headrest. The sound system is also okay. I've heard a lot worse. There's a lot of road noise and wind noise coming in. There is no radio on at the moment, and I think even you can hear the wind noise and tire roar. This car isn't actually that economical. Although it has a small engine, you really need to use it a lot to basically go anywhere, and that means you will use a lot of fuel. Also, another silly feature on this car, when you get in and you want to put the seat belt on, you just cannot reach it. It's so far behind, and it's really uncomfortable to get it. Steering feel is also weird. It sort of pulls you to the center more than it should. It's not right. Although this is an old car, 2006 year car, it should feel a lot better. It should. Interior design is plain, and all the buttons are very weird. For example, the radio buttons. If you push it, it's like you hit the back plastic bit, and it's not a nice feeling at all. It's a very small car, and I guess it's easy to park. You can see a lot from these huge two rear view mirrors. And it also has parking sensors. I think they were added as an extra. So yeah, the clutch pedal position and all the other pedals, they're just wrong, because every time you change a gear, you hit the top bit here, which means it's actually quite difficult and actually dangerous to change gear if you're like get stuck in the plastic bit somewhere there, which is actually a real possibility. That might be a serious hazard. At least the air conditioning works. It's nice and cold here. This car also has the cruise control. I don't know how to use it, but I think it works. There's also some buttons for the radio down here. I guess those can be useful. As far as the rear legroom is concerned, there is none. There is a lot of space for two passengers in the front though, but in the rear, yeah, you can, maybe you can put a child there, but no adult will be able to sit comfortably there. I don't know what the 0 to 60 time in this car is, but it just will not move at all. Third gear, full throttle, nothing's happening. I think it's worth about maybe 2,000–3,000 euros. For the same money you can get a lot better cars. Any Volkswagen Polo, even a Corolla or something like that, much better than this one. Top Gear was right when they made the film about Peugeot and talked about the history, and also drove like Peugeot drivers. I can see why, because this car isn't meant for drivers at all. Sounds like the engine is working really hard, nothing's happening. Everything in this car feels cheap. Absolutely everything. Even the door handle is some sort of weird plastic. Why do people buy Peugeots? I mean, what's the reason? They aren't that cheap. I mean, if you're buying a new car, you might as well add a couple of €1,000, get a nicer one. Why the hell do you buy a Peugeot? At least the engine is quiet. That's good. I really dislike the radio setup also. There are so many buttons and it's really difficult to understand what they do. So yeah, to sum up, this Peugeot 207 feels cheap. There's plastic all around. Doesn't work very well. It's not as cheap, it's not as economical as you think. But yeah, as usual, subscribe, comment, and let me know if you want me to test drive a certain car, and I will try to make it happen. So that's it for this Peugeot. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.